Mediation Committee in line with the Standing Order 149, 1B. Honourable members, Article 113 of the Constitution contemplates that whenever a bill is referred to a mediation committee, the speakers of the Houses of Parliament shall appoint an equal number of members from both houses to attempt to develop a version of the bill for consideration by the houses. In this regard, having consulted with the leader of the majority party and the leader of the minority party, I have appointed the following members to represent the National Assembly in the mediation committee to consider the bill. The Honorable Eric Muchangi, MP, co-chair. The Honorable Gitonga Murugara, CBS MP. The Honorable Mary Emase, MP. The Honorable Lilian Sioi, MP. The Honorable Dr. Wilberforce Owundo, MP. The Honorable Irene Mayaka, MP. And the Honorable Ruth Odinga, MP. For clarity, the mediation committee will be fully constituted upon appointment of senators to the committee. Once I receive a message from the Senate to that effect, I'll convey the same to the House. Thereafter, the mediation committee will embark on an attempt to develop a mediation version of the bill in accordance to Article 113 of the Constitution for consideration by the House of Parliament. The House is accordingly guided. Honourable members, the second communication is, honourable members at the bar, take the nearest seat. Yes, very good. Thank you. The second communication is on withdrawal of a specific provision in the statute law, miscellaneous amendments number 2 bill, National Assembly Bill number 68 of 2023. Honourable members, as you are aware, the statute law miscellaneous amendments number 2 bill, National Assembly Bill number 68 of 2023 was published via the Gazette Notice Supplement number 207 of 30th October 2023 to effect various amendments to 17 statutes. Honourable members, the bill, which is sponsored by the leader of the majority party, was read a first time on 15th November 2023 and thereupon referred to various departmental committees for consideration in accordance with their respective mandates. The committees have since laid their respective reports on the bill following extensive public participation and stakeholder engagement. The bill was subsequently considered by the House and passed at second reading on Wednesday, 28 February 2024, thereby committing it to a committee of the whole House. Indeed, the bill is scheduled for consideration in Committee of the Whole House today under Order 10. Honourable members, before proceeding for consideration of the bill in the Committee of the Whole, I wish to notify the House that I've since received a request from the leader of the majority party dated 5th March 2024, seeking my consent for withdrawal of the proposed amendment relating to Section 56(1)A of the Universities Act, number 42 of 2012, as contained in the bill. The provision relates to the functions of the placement board in placement of government-sponsored students to universities and colleges. In the letter, the leader of the majority party states that various stakeholders have raised concern regarding the proposed amendment necessitating further consultations and engagement with the sector. Additionally, the Honourable Chungwa notes that the Public Investments Committee on Education and Governance is currently considering a related matter on the funding of university education. It will therefore be prudent to allow for the conclusion of these processes before determining the appropriate course of action. Honourable members, having considered the matter, I have acceded to the request by the leader of the majority party to withdraw the provision relating to Section 56(1)A of the Universities Act 2012 as contained in the Statute Law Miscellaneous Amendment number 2 Bill, National Assembly Bill number 68 of 2023. The bill will therefore proceed without making reference to the withdrawn provision and will be considered as though the withdrawn section was not part of the bill ab initio. The House is accordingly guided. Members at the bar, take the nearest seats. Take the nearest seat, Maungu. What is your idea of the nearest seat? I'm not a member. Take your seat, honorable member for Kwale. Take the nearest seat. Honorable members, the next communication is on members' comments on legislative proposals to amend Article 88 and 89 of the Constitution. Honorable members, you will recall that on 6th December 2023, I allowed the member for Mandera North, the Honorable Major Retired Abdullahi Bashir Sheikh MP, and the member for Thika Town, the Honorable Alice Nganga CBS MP, to make statements on their respective legislative proposals seeking to amend the Constitution. The proposal by the member for Mandera North seeks to amend Article 88 of the Constitution to provide that in instances where the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission is not fully constituted, the Secretary of the IEBC shall discharge the duties of and functions of the Commission with regard to the conduct of by-elections. On the other hand, the proposal by the member for Thika Town seeks to amend Article 89 of the Constitution to require the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission to ensure that the review of constituents' boundaries does not result in the loss of a constituency that existed prior to the promulgation of the Constitution. Honorable members, when the two members made their initial statements, I undertook to nominate a time for the House to make general comments on the two proposals. As such, in order to actualize the provisions of Standing Order 1147A, I will today, not later than 6 p.m., allow members to make comments on the legislative proposals whose text is appended to the order paper. Thereafter, I will refer the proposals to the Departmental Committee on Justice and Legal Affairs or issue other directions in view of the comments that will be made by members during the proceedings. Any member with similar or related proposals will be at liberty to make submissions to the committees for consideration in line with the Standing Order 1147A. Honorable members, you should note that once a constitutional amendment bill is acceded to by the Speaker and tabled on the floor, you are precluded from amending it at any stage. You pass it as it is or reject it as it is. I thank you. The last communication, honorable members, is a recognition of a member of Parliament from the Republic of Ghana. Honorable members, I'm pleased to introduce to you the Honorable Cletus Apul Avoka, MP, a member of Parliament from the Parliament of Ghana, seated in the Speaker's row. The member is accompanied by Ghana's High Commission to Kenya, His Excellency Ambassador Damte Asane, and two staff from the Parliament of Ghana. Honorable members, the Honorable Avoka MP is in the country on behalf of the Speaker of the Parliament of Ghana, the Right Honorable Alban Bagbin MP, for a consultative mission to actualize the operationalization of the Conference of Speakers and Heads of African Parliaments, COSHAP. Honorable members, on my behalf and that of the National Assembly, I extend a warm welcome to them to the Parliament of Kenya and wish them fruitful engagement. As a matter of further clarity, honorable members, I've had extensive discussions with the honorable member and his delegation, and what they are proposing is something doable. Thank you. Next order.
Order number 3, messages.
Members at the bar, take your seats, the nearest seats. I still have a message. Take the nearest seat. Honorable members, I have a message from the Senate on nomination of a co-sponsor of the Agricultural and Livestock Extension Services Bill, Senate Bills number 12 of 2022. Honorable members, pursuant to the provisions of Standing Order 143.1 of the National Assembly orders, I wish to report to the House that I have received a message from the Senate on nomination of a co-sponsor of the Agricultural and Livestock Extension Services Bill, Senate Bills number 12 of 2022. Honorable members, the message conveys that pursuant to Standing Order 162.2 of the Senate Standing Orders, Senator Tabitha Mutinda MP, being the sponsor of the said bill, has nominated the member for Tigania West constituency, the Honorable Dr. John Mutunga MP, to co-sponsor the bill in the National Assembly. Honorable members, you may recall that on Tuesday, 27 February 2024, I reported to this House a message from Senate regarding passage of 7 Senate bills, among them the Agricultural and Livestock Extension Services Bill, Senate Bills number 12 of 2022. The bill was read a first time on Wednesday, 28th February 2024, and referred to the Departmental Committee on Agriculture and Livestock. Accordingly, honorable members, pursuant to the provisions of Standing Order 1431B of the National Assembly Standing Orders, the Honorable Dr. Mutunga MP will now assume the role of the co-sponsor of the bill and shall be responsible for marshalling its consideration in the National Assembly. For clarity, honorable members, the Honorable Dr. Mutunga's assumption of the role of co-sponsor is in his individual capacity as the member for Tigania West and not as the chairperson of the Departmental Committee on Agriculture and Livestock. In the circumstances and for fairness, I advise the chairperson, who is now the co-sponsor of the stated bill, to consider recusing himself from presiding over the consideration of the bill by the committee and allow the vice chairperson of the committee to steer the process. The House is accordingly guided. Next order.
Order number 4, petitions.
Do we have a petition? Honorable Pukose, member for Endebess.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I, the undersigned, on behalf of the representatives of the health sector unions, societies, and associations, draw